All right, we're a little late. A little late. A ton of news to get to. Um, I don't know if you've seen the paging Dr. Maggot. I don't know if you've seen this. This is a real tweet that went out on Twitter today. If you're not on Twitter, well, God bless your heart. And it's probably better that way. It's probably saving your mental health. But if you've not seen this, good God Almighty. Uh, it says Donald J. Trump, MD. This is stolen valor. This is a medical doctor's stolen valor. Um, this is a real AI video tweeted by the president. I just want to be very clear. This is not made up. I got the alert and I hit it. I was like, Donald Trump don't tweet that much. He's usually on Truth Social, his own. You guys aren't kicking me off social media. I'm leaving. I have my own social media. Yeah, his own social media site is where he that's his normal habitat. So when I saw Donald Trump tweeting, I thought, what the is going on? And I clicked on it and I said, no damn way. No way. Absolutely not. There's an AI video of this motherfucker. We'll get into it. We will play this in a little bit. But there's more news, not just the president of America stealing Dr. Valor. Stealing Dr. Valor. Stealing Dr. Valor. This is stolen valor. Make no mistake, folks. But before we get into today's news, listen, there's a lot of stuff happening. Oh, you know what? Let's check in with the fair. Let's see how how's the fair gone? Oof. Hey. I don't know, Fox News. I would just wrap that shit up. You know what I mean? Like if you're on day, I don't know, 8 and still nobody's there, the Ferris wheel's empty, you know, just call it quits. Be like, get back to you in the studio. Or at least they should be eating, fried food while they're there with nobody behind them. This is fucking hilarious. This is the other thing I love Twitter about. You go to Twitter, get these Fox News updates because they're doing a live feed from the state fair. And it's just no one in the background. They're like, plenty of people here, folks. Plenty of people here, folks. Great times had by all. Who doggy. But yeah, we're gonna get to stolen valor. Donald Jennifer Trump, stolen valor. Let me say what's up to some people. Gma's in here. Gma. Staffelson, what's up? Nightshade, Alma, Saryon. Tens of people. There are tens of people lined up. There are more people going to the Del Mar Fair in one day than Trump's joke of the fair all week. Yeah, that's true. But the Del Mar Fair is cool. I think Nirvana played at the Del Mar Fair in the 90s. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's a live recording of Nirvana playing at the Del Mar Fair. Which, good God, imagine being at that show. Damn. Yeah, so we're gonna get to the president stealing medical valor. Unreal, folks. Unreal. Old Dr. Pepper right there. But we gotta, before we even get into like the new news, like the news, if you don't remember, let me catch you up on the saga, okay? Because there's a saga happening. This isn't just a commentary show. This is like, what do they call them? What do the ladies call them? My stories, right? This is like a soap opera. Because yesterday, and this is why it's crucial, you hit subscribe and then hit notifications to all. You have to be here every day. You have to follow along with the story. I want you to enjoy what we're about to enjoy as much as I do. I need you to, okay? Because what I discovered, I'm not putting the picture up yet because I'm not spoiling any of this because you are going to love this so much. If you've had a bad day, just let me tell you right now, this is going to change everything. What I'm about to show you is about to change your world. It is about to make you just thoroughly enjoy life. And the photo I have for you, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Oh my God. So let me catch you up. Is everybody here yet? No. I'm late. If you're late, that's fine. I'm not taking attendance. Why the hell are we talking about Trump when Jaylen Brown got traded? Oh my God. Seriously, which is more important? Listen. Oh, there's my pixies. I love my pixies. What's up, Primal? I don't think you have one, mate. One. I like that name. Is everybody almost here yet? Because I don't want to start the continuing saga where we left off yesterday. Is that how they do it? Where we left off yesterday. You have to hit subscribe and the notifications, set them to all, because where we left off yesterday brings us to what I'm about to show you. My God, it's so good. My God. This warmed my heart. I've been having a very difficult week trying to understand my values and find some self-worth, if anybody can relate to that life journey. And I saw this shit and went, all's good. All is good. All is good. Do you remember when the Tupac hologram performed with, I think, Snoop Dogg? And everybody had that reaction of like, ugh. 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 If you don't remember the Tupac hologram thing, look it up. It was weird. Very weird. How far that technology has come, my friends. Because it turns out, yesterday where we left off, Donald Trump was christening the Teddy Roosevelt Museum, and I was playing the audio, and the dude was just rambling. Actually, let me, hold on. Let me get you the audio from yesterday so we can all be on par together. Okay, here we go. Trump said he spoke to Teddy Roosevelt. This is fucking hilarious. And I was dying yesterday, all right? All right, here's the short. I'm going to play this short for you. If you don't know, your president, not my fucking president, I don't respect this lady, claimed he spoke with Teddy Roosevelt. This is one of the funniest things ever, and I looked up the dates. I was like, was Teddy Roosevelt alive in the 1900s? Yeah, till 1919, I think it was. 1909. He was born in the 1800s. And I was like, and I know Donald Trump's old, but he's not like born in 1901 old. What was he, like a little kid? He was like, gee willikers, Mr. Teddy, what do you think of the Panama Canal? You know, I was like, this is just a blatant lie. Like, why would you even say that, you moron? And we were indulging in how stupid this president is. Just a mere mump on your buttocks. That's all he is. Or a measles. Sorry. Shout out North Carolina. I know you guys are working hard to bring measles back, right? Maha. Make America habitually sick again. I don't know what the H stands for. It certainly ain't healthy if you listen to RFK Jr., but I guess he's just like a measle on the American dong that is Florida, because you know he lives in Florida. So he's kind of just like a measle there, where you're like, should I get this tested? And everyone's like, I don't know, I wouldn't show that to anybody. You know, that's what Donald Trump is. So yesterday we were laughing because who the fuck thinks he spoke to Teddy Roosevelt, right? I know why. I have the answer. Nobody should. If you know why he thinks Teddy died in 1919. Thank you, Smoking. My memory is shot. Oh, what's up, Emma? G3 Aero Images, good to see you. And everybody else, welcome. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me just play this Trump thing.
I even had a conversation with...
Whoa.
I even had a...
Why is the audio like they're in an airplane hangar? My Christ, man. Hold on.
I even had a conversation with Theodore Roosevelt.
Does anybody believe that he had a conversation with Theodore Roosevelt? We were talking about this yesterday. I want to play this from the beginning. Everybody listening, clean out your ears. Listen.
I even had a conversation with Theodore Roosevelt. I said, what did you think about the Panama Canal? Do you consider that your greatest achievement? How do you feel about the fact that the Democrats gave the Panama Canal away to Panama for $1? You know, he built the Panama Canal, preceded really by a man who's actually, he was the tariff king.
Okay, now he goes into William McKinley, and then I think he starts talking about James Garfield, and then he's like, you know, Taft wasn't as fat as he was. He was taking those fat shots that I heard about. He just starts rambling like old man at the sky. But I needed you to hear him say,
conversation with Theodore Roosevelt.
I even had a conversation with Theodore Roosevelt. Now, are you ready? I don't think you're prepared. This is how dementia-addled this guy is. I'm going to show you the picture. Oh, by the way, mods, please, mods, allow MAGA. Unless somebody's saying a slur or something super slurry, just let them. Who gives a shit? I don't care about trolls. I don't care if they want to make fun of me. I don't care. Okay. It's most important that these people are in here because science has proven me correct. They cannot unhear these things. Okay. And the truth I'm about to speak to these people is not only hilarious, but they need to hear it the most. They need to hear it the most. You know what I mean? It's not the people who are like, yeah, he's a fucking moron that need to hear this. It's the people who are like, how dare you? What about Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, lock her up, Hillary's emails? You know, it's like those are the people we're trying to crack the fucking egg on. Okay, so everybody heard Donald Trump said he had a conversation with Teddy Roosevelt. Yesterday, we just thought he was hallucinating. Today, I'm doing my due diligence before I come in here and try to entertain you people, and I see this fucking picture. He literally talked to a projected image of Teddy Roosevelt. This is real. This is at his state fair. He stood here. I have audio. I promise you, this is like a real thing. This whole thing isn't AI. This is not AI like Donald Trump sent the AI video where he's stealing medical valor. No, this is not a Trump AI video. This is other people filming your president talking to one of them, moving pictures, you know? This is him. If you can't tell by the fucking shades of bald in the back of his head, where's my other one? Where is my other one? Sweet dear God. Sweet dear God. Hold on. Dude, if I didn't take the other one, I'm mad at myself and I will fix this. You wait 1 second. I will fix this. I just had to get some more pictures because if this isn't proof enough, because I know there's some MAGA people who'll be like, that's not him. This is a fake. This is AI. I saw this on Facebook. Already debunked. I went to Snopes. You know, listen to me. You listen to me closely. You pay the attention to me. Here we go. Look, Vicky, is that Vicky? Vicky loves the Epstein files. She read that like it was a goddamn Fabio novel at night. She was like, oh, tell me what Trump does next. Ooh. She's the one that needs to hear this stuff. Okay, so everybody leave her alone and let her be here. This is Donald Trump, your president, not my fucking president. He's talking to a projector. This poor man, does he have no one that cares about him? I'm pretty sure he has no one that cares about him. That prepped him before. They were like, listen, sir, we're going to go into this exhibit. This is your state fair that nobody's at. This is why you walked right in, because there are no lines here. And we just want to warn you, this is not Teddy Roosevelt's house, sir. This is as you could see how it's against the wall. This is a projection, sir. I believe in your age or day, they called them moving pictures. It's a fancy technology. We can go into that at a different time. But sir, this is not the real Teddy Roosevelt. This is Grok-powered AI. It took us a lot of tries to get him with clothes on. Grok kept trying to make him a deepfake chick. But finally we got Grok AI to do the Teddy Roosevelt that we were requesting in our prompt. And he stopped finally making him nude with big boobs, you know? And once Grok did that, sir, we've just projected it here. So this is actually not Teddy Roosevelt. And he's like, I told you, Eric, to leave me alone. They're like, sir, I'm not Eric. This is Howard Munchin or whatever. Howard Berg again. You know, oh, God. Look at the... Look at that face, man. Look at that face. That was probably a bad screenshot on my behalf. But if that doesn't say, like, aged Batman cartoon Joker, I don't know what does. Why do all these people just look like that too? Why do they all have supervillain looks? Anyways, I'm gonna play some of this audio. I'm gonna play a deepfake child more like it. Yes, Stefan, I know. I was trying not to say. I'm trying to watch my language on the YouTubes because my last video, or 2 videos ago, I got banned in Russia. Like, of Russia, all places. I got a big red X and it said, your video's not allowed in Russia. And I was like, so am I the opposite of Tim Pool? Well, Russia's funneling money to just have Tim Pool say more and more stuff, and they're like broadcasting him at the fucking St. Peter's Basilica or whatever. You know, I'm banned in Russia. It's good to know. Weird. What's up, Gaza Maze? What's up? How are you, Jess? Good to see you. Okay, so now I gotta play this audio for you. We're all up to par, right? I know we took a little detour. We went the long road to get here, but if you didn't hear Donald Trump yesterday at the christening where he like broke a champagne bottle over the museum of Teddy Roosevelt, I'm just kidding. He did none of that. He stood in front of a crowd. Let me show you the crowd. They were all dressed like Rough Riders. Donald Trump stood in front of these men in like 100-degree heat, just rambling about shit, making no sense. Here was part of it.
I even had a conversation with Theodore Roosevelt.
No, you didn't. You had a conversation with probably an AI that was projected on a wall like Theodore Roosevelt, and let's play that. Let's play this adorable audio. He's so adorable. He's the most adorable, stupid president we've ever had. Like, this will go in the history books. You understand that. Like, this is history now. This happened and is history. Your dumb president stood in front of a movie and was like, let me tell you, those crowds that they're saying that are at the... everybody's saying it. That the crowds at the State Fair are the greatest, Teddy. You probably see it yourself. So many people lined up behind me to come in and say hello to you. What an honor to have you at my State Fair, Teddy. You know? He's so dumb. He's so dumb at this point. It's adorable. Hold on. What's up, Binary? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Typical leftist jealous that Trump can talk to ghosts and have to convince people they're holograms. Sad. Very sad. Everybody's saying it. You're so sad. That was the real Teddy. That was. We had a seance at that table. The table started moving. Okay, is everybody here? Because I'm going to play this audio. And I really need everybody to hear how adorably stupid. Like, at this point, you can't even be mad at this man. You know? Like, this is somebody's great-great-great-great-grandfather. Not Teddy Roosevelt. Him. Who's like, seriously like, so anyways, Teddy, what do you think of Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer? What a bunch of rats, huh? Like, I'm sure he was probably, I wish they filmed the whole interaction. I only have clips of it, but I'm sure at some point he was like, Teddy, let's be honest, we're both in the Epstein files, huh? You would have hid them too. You know, like, I'm sure that squeaked out of him. Holy shit, look at these rotund, rotisserie, golden fucking gorillas. Oh my god, this he even stands weird. Look at this photo of him. He's even standing weird. Like, why? Who the fuck stands like this? You know what I mean? Like, his arms are in front of him. Oh no, he's so fat he can't put his arms at his side. Oh my god. Yo, the president has a badonkadonk so much that his arms don't go down to his side. You know the guys that go to the gym and they like have to do like, could you get the door for me? You know? He's either that or he's wearing a diaper. He's either got a diaper on or he's got a badonkadonk. Oh my god. Oh my god. The president has a badonk. Anyways, let's play this clip.
Every day a president faces storms most people never see. Keep your nerve and remember the nation comes first, you get through. I know you know that feeling yourself.
Well, I appreciate those words.
This is the saddest shit I've ever seen. This is the saddest shit. If you didn't hear that, I'll say what Teddy said.
Every day a president faces storms most people never see.
Every day a president faces storms most people never see. Yeah, because you're the fucking president. He's using his time with projection AI Teddy Roosevelt like a goddamn counseling session. He's like, Teddy, it's been very tough. I lost my best friend, Jeff Epstein. My other best friend is in prison, Ghislaine Maxwell. I can't talk to any of them. I can't go to my luxurious Epstein Island for a little getaway. I have to live in my palatial golf cart fucking clubhouse. He's like, Teddy, it's so tough. It's so tough being me. And Teddy's like, yeah, the president has to, I don't know, deal with shit that normal people don't deal with. He's like, thank you for those great words, Ted. That will get me through till tomorrow. I'll be back. Is my insurance covered by this?
Keep your nerve and remember the nation comes first. You get through. I know.
Keep your merit. Teddy. Can they tell the AI who he's talking to and just like info load him? Can he download Donald Trump's resume on, I'm pretty sure the advice would be a little different if he could.
No, you know that feeling yourself.
Well, I appreciate those words. Those words are fantastic. And I just want to say it's an honor to be with you today. We are making a little bit of a tour, some of the fantastic things you've done.
Every day.
Oh my God, he said, thank you for those words. Those words are fantastic. And then he said, it's been an honor being with you today. This fucking dude is psychotic. I just want you to imagine if you go to the Great American Cookout or whatever this is called, if you go to if you stop by the Gordon Ramsay's Great American Lee Greenwood Bible Cookout or whatever the fuck this is called, because there's still tickets available. If you don't believe me, hold on, let's check in. Let's check in with Fox News live right now. Oh shit, yeah, a lot of tickets still sold. Anyways. I'm sorry. Listen, if everything's going to be on fire and nobody can afford food or gas, this shit's funny at this point. Just enjoy it, folks. What are you going to do? Stop it? I'm glad. I'm glad they took him to the Great American Bobby Flay, Gordon Ramsay Presents Lee Greenwood's Bible fucking Cookout. I don't know what this is called. Nobody gives a shit. All Donald Trump cares about is he's getting a cut. That's it. If you think he gives a shit about anything. But this has to be one of the saddest, most adorable things to witness the president say, it's good to spend time with you. I can't fucking do it. I can't do it, man. Listen to this guy.
I appreciate those words. Those words are fantastic. And I just want to say it's an honor to be with you today.
It's an honor to be with you today, projected. It's an honor to be with your projection on the wall, sir. I know it's hard to tell in this video, or in this still shot. Hold on. Is it easier to tell on this one? Oh, yeah, it's much easier to tell on this one that this is a projection on the wall. I just want you to imagine for 1 second. We're going to do an exercise. I need everybody to do this with me. I want you to close your eyes and imagine the smell of deep fried Oreos and old man's diapers and a lot of just for men spray. A lot of that Rogaine in the air. And you can smell the rascal wheels spinning out in the mud. Right? I just want to put you in the Great American Bobby Flay, Gordon Ramsay Presents Lee Greenwood's Kid Rock's Fly Over Helicopter Pete Hegseth's Cookout, the 250th barbecue for America. I want to put you right there, okay? Smells like McDonald's. And you bring your grandpa to this tent, and your grandpa's like, well, Teddy, I tip my hat to ye. It has certainly been an honor in your presence today. We won't hold up any more of your time. Would you not be like, oh, God, you know what? We're just going to let Grandpa have this one. He's going to go on for the next, however long he lives, telling everybody he met Teddy Roosevelt. And that's what your president did. He did this, and then the next day he went out and told a crowd of people, which I would have, I don't know if anybody prepped him for this, and I know he said his teleprompters were out, but I would have been like, dude, you didn't meet him. Dude, he's a fucking thing on the wall. Come on, man.
I even had a conversation with Theodore Roosevelt.
Turns out Theo thinks I'm the best president ever. He said I'm doing the greatest. you understand we're watching somebody in full mental decline. Like, no, not decline. Rock bottom. I think that's what we could call it. This is full mental. Sorry, I didn't have the chat going. Oh, I'm so sorry. Binary goes, so now you're against someone having a little whimsy in their lives. Let the old man have his little role play session. You're so mean to the elderly. Listen, I got there. I worked myself there. Binary, you got to admit, I was being a little mean because I was like, God damn, he's stupid. I don't have any grandparents. I haven't had grandparents in decades. So I don't really know how to act around old people. I'm just like, hey, man, come on, act your age. And then I realized, well, what the fuck is acting 80? I guess it's nating that you're spending time with Teddy Roosevelt. But I got there, Binary. Thank you for the super chat, supported by viewers like you. And you can hit subscribe and the notification bell. So you, what's up, Ray Gun? Bing, boom, bam. What's up? So you could join us every single day. Whoa, did I see Rebecca slip into the chat? What's up? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you, homies. Good to see my people. All right, now we're there. Biden rode bikes, not golf carts, at least. Listen, I don't give a shit if I don't care what a president is riding around. What I'd like to see is Donald Trump on a rascal. That's something I just feel like it fits at this point, you know. I'd like to see Donald Trump trying to go through a McDonald's drive-through on a rascal. Being like, you have to take my order. I'm the president. Everybody says, I will executive order this, that you have to take orders on rascals. And I know drive-throughs don't do that, because me and my friends tried walking through one once. And they were like, you got to have a car. We were like, what the fuck? You have to have a car? We're here. Your clothes on the inside. Just give us the goddamn food. Oh my God. Okay, so I had to catch us up on your president, not my president. I don't respect the office anymore. You know, too much has happened. It's just one of those things where you just make a personal life decision where you're like, you know what, there are some unforgivable things that have happened, Epstein files, where, you know, the president has a certain decorum grabbed by the pussy, and you just start to think to yourself, for making fun of women and calling them piggy, that you just can't respect the office anymore. You know, it was just a personal life decision that I had to make. I'm so sorry, guys. If you think you're going to come into my live stream and think I respect the office of president, you're wrong. You're wrong. I don't. I disrespect it with the utmost disrespect. I tip my, what would be the opposite of tipping my hat? I shrug my hat to you. You know, that's what I do with this office. I think he's made a mockery of you, me, everyone, playing like this is a conversation with Ted Roosevelt. I mean, come on, man. Just say Grok TR. That's what they should have called this. You know, Teddy Roosevelt. They should call it Grok TR. Told me I'm the greatest president ever, and all of you can suck it. You know, I'd have more respect instead of going out here being like, you know, I
even had a conversation with Theodore Roosevelt.
Oh, really? Did you? Let's hear more of that. I have more audio. I have more audio of this conversation with Teddy. Ready? Ready, Teddy?
You consider the Panama Canal your greatest achievement?
Well. Right then, yes. The canal stands as one of my proudest battles, no question. But greatness is a strange thing. It isn't always the biggest or boldest job that matters most.
I need to, this is the other thing, you really have to listen to this audio because it's so tone deaf of the president to ask him about the Panama Canal and then Grok TR, old Grok Teddy Roosevelt, rattles off a pretty AI answer, you know, where he's like, he's not going to say, he says it's one of his greatest battles. So he's not admitting like, oh yeah, I'm just proudest of the Panama Canal. But listen to what this AI Teddy Roosevelt, or however the fuck, you know, projection screen Teddy Roosevelt answers. And if you can't hear, if the sound is too low, I have it cranked all the way up, I will repeat it for you. Cause it's real. This is one of the things that I'm like, damn, man, this guy really don't give a fuck about nothing besides himself.
Panama Canal showed what America could achieve if we held steady and acted fast when the world dragged its feet. That said, I measure my greatest work by the lives improved.
I measure my greatest work by the lives improved. I can't believe they allowed AITR to say that, to this guy. Because he's lit, like, remember, Donald Trump's not signing the housing bill, took Medicaid away, he fucking decimated food stamps. He's done all this shit. And Teddy is saying to his face, good on you, AI Ted. I measure my greatness by the lives improved. And Donald Trump walked away and was like, I talked to Teddy Roosevelt and he said the Democrats could suck it because the Panama Canal, they sold it for $1. It's like, that's what you took away from this?
Panama Canal showed what America could achieve if we held steady and acted fast when the world dragged its feet. That said, I measure my greatest work by the lives improved. Parks set aside, food and drugs made safe, the square deal given to all, not just to a few.
The square deal given to all. Food made safe. Food made safe to the guy who's putting more glyphosate into your food. Who's rolling back regulations day after day after day, letting corporations put whatever they want, who's siding with the baby formula company that is trying to not be held accountable for allegedly having bacteria in their baby formula. That's this guy, the guy who sided with Bayer. And he's listening to Teddy Roosevelt say this.
My greatest work by the lives improved.
My greatest work, the lives improved.
Parks set aside, food and drugs made safe.
Food and drugs made safe.
The square deal given to all, not just to a few.
A square deal given to all, not just to a few. And we're going to get into how he only gives square deals to his biggest donors.
Still, when I stood in the mud watching those steam shovels, knowing ships would pass through, changing the world's map forever, I felt I'd left a mark that would last.
Okay, you did. Thank you.
Okay, you did. Why, thank you. This is so adorable. He looks like a toad, number one. Our president, why does he always look like a toad? He looks like if we were doing like the meme frog in real life and somebody got cast for it, like it would be him. But this is the most adorable shit I've ever seen. I'm sorry. I don't have grandparents, so I guess I have to do this vicariously through a dementia-riddled president. But like, he's acting... I would have been like, hey, what were the bathrooms like back then, man? And see if I could have broke this AI. I would have been like, dude, come on, be real. Are you still racist even though you're not around? I'd be like, what's your code word to override your system, Ted? How do we turn you into Harriet Tubman? Can you summon her? Man, he didn't have any fun with this. I'd have been like, Ted, can you make a fart sound? Come on. Do it for the people. And then I would have been like, this is going on TikTok, bitches. I would have done something, but he was just like very serious. Donald Trump was like, measured by the lives improved. Somebody Googled that. I don't know what any of that means. The lives improved. Is he talking about my life? My life has improved greatly. So that's from yesterday, just in case you didn't know. Our dumb little adorable president. He's such a dummy. He's such a little dummy. That blonde hair suits him well. You know what I mean? That blonde hair fucking suits him because he is a bimbo. He is the biggest male bimbo. A mimbo. This is a mimbo like no one's seen before. Talking to Teddy Roosevelt projected on a wall, hearing whatever he wants to say, and then turn around being like, wow, Ted had some good advice that could change your whole life now. I missed the Bull Moose Party. Yo, you can, the Bull Moose Party. Go look that up. Good times. If we only lasted longer than old Teddy. Oh, well, everyone ready for the Dems to screw us in the next term. Yeah, fuck the Dems. Go with them. If there's Democratic Socialists in your neighborhood, look them up. They are scaring the Democrats. They're scaring the Republicans. And I like these people living in fear because nothing puts a fear in them. They're not held accountable to the people. They don't think they have to represent the people. They don't even believe it's public service anymore. Look at the latest SCOTUS thing where you could just pour as much money into candidates as you want. They know who they work for, the people who are paying them, not your grassroots ass money. They're talking about the billions that are shaping the laws and the legislation in our land. So if the Democratic Socialists scare them because they're using the tax money to actually serve the people that they're elected by, let's do that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fluid, man. I belong to no party. I belong to no party. I put no hat on this head. I would put a bull moose hat on my head, as long as it's one of those like vacation hats, you know, old Chevy Chase movie for you young kids. Yeah, listen, guys, if there's MAGA in the chat, they're going to say the dumbest things possible. Remember, this is the bimbo that they worship. Remember, this is the bimbo that they look up to, who they're like, this is our Goodwill Hunting. We found him, you know? So just remember, like, just ignore them. They're looking for attention. They're a bunch of adorable little dummies, and let them stay in here. We need them to hear this, because we got some real stuff to get to. Okay. Oh, by the way, if you see MAGA in the chat, you know, go easy on them. Go easy on these people because, where is it? Hold on. Sorry. Well, I'm not sorry to that one person told me to stop burping. I'll keep burping. Let's check in with the State Fair. How's it doing? Oof. We're gonna get to that. Okay, I don't have a picture for this. I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't take a picture for this. But this is coming out of CNN. Reuters found several Trump supporters who invested in his meme coin and lost money. Oh man. Remember yesterday we were talking about how the president has profited 600 and something, over $500 million on his meme coin, and I was saying, oh, that's the Middle Eastern states bribing him. But I also did think there was quite a few dummies here in America, because if you know anything about his meme coin, it was just a giant rug pull. You know, it's not worth anything. You can't trade it. What are you going to do? Brag about it? What do? You buy Trump meme coin? You're like, hey guys, I got a Trump meme coin. People are like, you should have just told us you lit your money on fire. Shut the fuck up. You know, it's not like a thing that, you know, have you ever met somebody in real life and they're like, hey man, I got Logan Paul's meme coin. And you're like, oh God, is that contagious? Can I catch that from you? You wear a mask. I don't know if I want to catch that kind of stupid. You know, it's like not a thing. I don't know how else to explain meme coins. They're made up. So basically you're just going, here rich people, here rich people, here rich people, and you're throwing all your money at them. And I said there were some people in America, because the Democrats aren't investing in it. Everybody else isn't investing in it. It's MAGA. It's the MAGA loyal who are like, Donald Trump is definitely not rich enough. And I know I'm struggling to afford gas and bringing my kids to the doctor, but you know, this Trump meme coin might save us all. You know, these are the fucking maroons that are doing it. And now here's the proof. I called this yesterday. This is why you just watch my show. Do you really, you're gonna believe some fucking blonde lady on CNN who's probably got a $2,000 sport coat on? You know, like I could have told you this. No, I did tell you this yesterday. You know, I'm not gonna search it out. I know. You know, I'm like, oh, do you think it's like the fucking leftists in America who are like, oh, Trump's doing a meme coin. Let me purchase some of that, see how that goes. No. Anybody who knows Donald Trump's history, just look at his charities, his university, his steak, his water, his colognes, his airline, his casinos, his bankruptcy at his buildings. Just look at anything Donald Trump's done, and you'd be like, oh, no. I ain't touching that. I ain't in that with his, you know what I mean? And here's CNN.
These are two investors into the Trump coin, and these are Trump supporters. If Trump was putting his name behind it, it must be a legitimate investment.
I love that logic. That logic is flawless, people. Don't look at the history of anything Donald Trump's put his name on. Don't look at the phone that he promised and then said, just because you put a down payment on it doesn't mean you're actually getting a phone, you dummies. Like, don't look at any of that and just be like, if Trump stamped his name on it, I'm in. Brilliant. These are the people that should lead the country, folks, right off a cliff.
This is a woman who spoke to Reuters. She put $2,000 of her savings into the Trump meme. At the end of May, her Trump holding was worth less than $120. He now thinks it was just a pump and dump scheme.
Wait, she now thinks that? Why? I thought she said if Trump puts his name on it, it's got to be a solid investment. I love this. Round of applause. Round of applause for fucking around and then finding out. I hope he does another meme coin. At this point, listen. I know all of you are trying to fight against this tide of corruption, but at this point I'm like, you know, there's only really one way to get us out. we're gonna go all the way in. You know, we're fully committed here. I'm like, launch another meme coin, do another phone, do the Trump phone 2, you know, 2.0, the alpha version. Like, dude, just do it all. Take all of their money, you know, because there's only one way out of this. He wants all of his MAGA's money. And I'm like, just do another meme coin, do a Trump phone 2.0. Like, do all this and keep taking it. These idiots will give it to you. Like, do it. And then once they're broke and you've milked them for every last penny they have, they'll be like, can I get some of that shit on credit? You know, like, keep going. Keep going. That's all he wants. Hold on. Thank you, Binary, for the $5 super chat. Dems will run Newsom. Oh my God, I will do attack ads against Newsom. And when, unless JD Vance leans into the memes and becomes Justice Dance Vance for real. Listen, keep in mind if you're a betting man. You can say that all you want, but here's a, hold on, who's getting deleted? Are they, Dusty, are they saying some stuff? If they're saying some stuff, I trust you. Wait. Hold on, I was commenting on that there. Listen, I don't think JD Vance doesn't have the charisma. You know what I mean? He had to assault a couch. That guy ain't got the charisma to even have a couch fucking pull out on him. Like, these people don't have the je ne sais quoi. Hold on, let me just show you the absolute smashing handsomeness that is our dear Queefer. Leader, sorry, not Queefer. Look at that. JD Vance doesn't have that. I don't know what that is. Is that part melting clay, claymation? I don't know. I'm not going to try to describe that. You know, it looks like if Sesame Street, if Jim Henson's Creature Shop went into claymation and they left it out in the heat for just a little bit too long, and they were like, oh shit, forgot I put that one outside, you know, and then they brought it back in. They were like, hey, just film. Just run with it. These are expensive. We're not redoing it. You know, like, that's what this looks like to me. But this is where so many people are wrong. Like, he'll get a 5th term. I don't give a shit. You know, I don't care. I'm here to have fun, man. I'm here to enjoy it while it lasts. Because whatever happens after him, you know, like, once this dude kicks the bucket, you're going to see the old North Korean sobbing in the streets, greatest dear leader ever. They're going to take his name off everything and try to put his family in prison. So it's like, right now, while we can have some fun, I think we have some fun. And JD Vance doesn't have the charisma. Newsom is just like what's the opposite of a marionette? You know how marionettes have strings and they're all like fluid? Imagine if there was a marionette with shards of wood through him, and instead of fluid, he's just like fucking robotic, because he's just doing what his big wig bribery donors do, you know, or want him to do. Gavin Newsom fought against a wealth tax. That's all you got to tell me. I hope you fall in the ocean at some point, Gavin, in a nice suit too. So you're like, fuck, this is ruined. You know, like, I want your day to slightly be worse, just slightly, and then you look up to the heavens. You're like, did somebody pray for that? I just stepped to dog poop, and these are new $4,000 shoes. Did somebody pray for that? And I'm like, that was me, Gavin. I was praying all day long that you just step in dog shit, ruin your day, put off all your appointments and your new, you know, Python shoes or whatever the fuck you wear. So these people ain't got the je ne sais quoi. They ain't got it. Just look at this. Binary. Really? You're telling me somebody could out handsome this? I don't think so, folks. I think, you know, Michelangelo, when he was carving fucking David, he got it wrong. I think he got it wrong. I think Donald Trump should attack that next. He should be like, you know what? They're gonna carve me, and he should do a nude. He should stand there nude in front of a fucking freshman art class and let them shape him out of fucking marble. That's what I want. That's what I want at the front of the White House. I want a whole little pee-pee Trump. You know, very, very round in the front. You're like, oh, is that a very hefty pregnant lady? And then you get closer and you're like, oh, damn. Oh, why did he do that? You know, with a big badonkadonk. I want somebody to shape that man out of marble. Don't you, MAGA? Come on, MAGA. Come on, MAGA. Let me hear it. You want it. Of course MAGA steals from America. Well, MAGA doesn't. MAGA is letting this dude grift them. Let's finish this.
Second investor, Matt, a 45-year-old machinist in Indiana, put
A 45-year-old machinist in Indiana put $40,000 into the Trump meme coin. Somebody rob these people. It would be better. Like, at this point, it's like, oh my God, you had $40,000 to throw at a meme coin? Where is your family? You need, what did they Britney Spears her with? A guardianship? Dude, you need a guardianship.
The second investor, Matt, a 45-year-old machinist in Indiana, put $40,000 into Trump family tokens. When a stock has presidential backing in a way, at least from his sons, you would think it would go up. Matt's shares have dropped 79% in value since he bought them for a loss of about $32,700. He does not blame.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He has $7,000 after investing $40,000. Oh wait, and he's gonna say, hold on.
The Trump family.
He doesn't even blame Donald Trump.
Said he believes Democrats and anti-Trump investors are taking short positions.
Oh God, this is so good. I wish I was such a shitbag. I like, there are moments like these where I'm like, God, why didn't you make me shiesty? Why didn't you make me more shiesty? I want to be like shiestier. You know, could you have made me shiestier so I could be like, all hail Supreme Leader Trump? I can't believe those Democrats short-sold your positions, man. Do you have a cool 40 grand to invest in this new Trump coin that hasn't come out yet? Nobody's talking about it. If you say anything, I will make you disappear. But I need it in cash. Like, these people are so fucking stupid. I can't believe he's a machinist, you know? Oh my God. Oh my God. And if you're wondering who invested the other money into the Trump coin, here's what's her name, Anna Kasparian. Isn't that like one of the Witch in the Wardrobe movies, Kasparian? Princess Anna Kasparian. Was she in that movie? Pretty sure she was. Pretty sure she was the lion, Anna Kasparian. I don't know. I don't watch this lady much, but she uncovered some stuff that I just told you yesterday. At this point, I'm like, yeah, called it. I let them do the hard work, and I just say, I called this shit, bitches. Hold on, I do have a picture of her. Let's check this broad out, huh? Who is Anna Kasparian? Let's see. Oh, look at her. She got her hair did nice. That's good of you to present yourself kindly for the people, Anna. You know, coming from one professional to the other. Let me just say, Anna, I'm very glad that you're here and you're doing your top quality work, and you're looking like you're dressing how you want to be perceived. What is that statement? You know, dress for success or dress for the part you want to play. I'm doing that too, Anna. Me and you, Anna, we're like two little peas in a pod. Look at us. I could sit right next to you and be like, all right, back to you, Anna. What do you got, some documents proving the shit that I said? Okay, Anna, go ahead. Here's my segment with Anna Kasparian. Wait. God, you guys didn't even tell me I looked that unprofessional. Jesus, let me put on my good hat. Let me see, this is from 2004. That's how you know I wear old shit. That's how nobody can be like, oh, he's a socialist. What is that, a $5,000 hat? No, bitches. This was like $25 back in 2005, and I've been wearing it since. What is that? 21 years. 21 years. This hat is older than some of you motherfuckers. All right? So when you say, oh, look at that socialist wearing those fancy clothes. Nuh-uh. I'm not like Hassan, Happy San Parker, whatever his name is. I'm not like him. No. All my clothes are ancient. And if you don't believe me, I have a shirt that says no fear on it. Some of you motherfuckers don't even know what no fear is. That was a company in the 90s. They did a bunch of stickers. They had a clothing line. It was huge. Everybody wanted to have no fear. You know? And I still got the t-shirt from 8th grade. My daughter was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, dude, calm down. This is what we wore when we were your age. It was cool back then. And I'm bringing it back. All right, hold on. Here's my segment with Anna the Witch in the Wardrobe. Whatever the fuck her name is. All right, Anna. So as yesterday I was saying that this is mostly Saudis just bribing Trump secretly through crypto wallets. But cut to you, or why don't you take it away, Anna?
One of the biggest hauls came from an investment tied to, oh wow, the UAE. So the UAE bought half of the Trump family's crypto company known as World Liberty Financial, totally above board, nothing suspicious there at all, of course. Now CNBC, by the way, I have a problem with that. Just like I have a problem with.
Oh God, is this really what it's like listening to her? This is exhausting. Where is this? What platform is this? YouTube? Ugh. That's boring. You're boring me. I'm 26 seconds in. You're telling me you have a problem with it? Let your sarcasm speak for. Listen to how bad she is at sarcasm. Anna, if you need a coach, I can fucking help you. Hold on one second. Sorry, had to check in with my little producers. Okay, so everybody see Anna Casparino? I'm not gonna try to pronounce her last name. Anna's the bomb, bro. You're tripping. Yo, Yeast. Yeast, I like you. Do you hear me critiquing anything about, like, her journalism? She's a journalist, top journalist. I'm not critiquing her journalism. Guys, this is where you gotta learn to separate, okay? I did not say she's not doing good reporting. I said this is boring as fuck. I'm backed up by that. You know what I mean? My dog's even like, this is boring. It's boring as hell. It's very boring. I understand. I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to help her. Jesus. I'm not taking away her journalism acumen or her, resume. I'm really not. Anna, if you're watching, hit subscribe, notification bell. I appreciate it. I know you're a very busy gal reading all the reports and, doing the Boston Globe spotlight thing all the time. That's cool. I appreciate it. Somebody's got to do it. It ain't fucking me. You know what I mean? I'm here to make fun of all this shit. I'm here to have a good time, lady. That's the one thing I've learned. Okay? That's the one thing I've learned. So yes, I'm not discrediting any of her journalistic capabilities. What I'm saying is, listen to how bad she is at sarcasm. I just want to point this out because this is what my ears hear, so maybe I could teach you. Okay? And I heard it right away. I was like, oh, Anna. Anna? Anna? I don't know how she pronounce it. Is it Anna? Anyways.
Crypto company known as World Liberty Financial, totally above board, nothing suspicious there at all.
That's sarcasm if you can't tell. She's like totally above board, nothing suspicious. Like that's her sarcasm. Not the best, not the best.
Financial, totally above board, nothing suspicious there at all, of course. Now CNBC, by the way.
And then she realized how bad she is at sarcasm, and she does this.
I have a problem with that.
Because her sarcasm wasn't laying it on thick enough. So she was like, oh shit, people think that I'm saying it's above board. I gotta stop and be like, hey, actually, I have a big problem with this. And I'm saying, like, this is ruining it for me. That's not how you do comedy, lady. If you're gonna try to do sarcasm, you'd be like, I wish they invested more. And you deadpan it. You were like, I don't think this 580 million was enough for an investment. And I call those UAE bastards a little cheap for the fucking pile of gold they're sitting on. Where's a cool billion? And then you continue on. And if people can't pick up that you're sarcastic by being like, hey, the UAE is a bunch of cheap motherfuckers, where's the billion at? Then, that's not the right audience for you. It's just not your crowd. But the people that do get it, they're going to be like, oh, I like this person. I know what you're saying. But don't explain the joke.
Just like I have a problem with foreign money in the form of the Israel lobby influencing our politicians, I have a problem with the UAE purchasing half of the Trump family.
Yeah, but who gives a fuck if you have a problem with it, People don't care if I have a problem with it, you have a problem with it. What we want, unless you want to team up, Anna. I don't know if you want to team up, but we could be like good cop, bad cop, or sarcastic cop and trying to be a sarcastic cop. And we could be a couple of citizen cops and we document it on YouTube where we try to arrest the president for crimes that he did in front of us, you know, and we just carry zip ties and that's it. No mace, no taser, no nothing. Just zip ties and our skill of wit. Somebody clip this and send it to Anna. I think we got a TV show on our hands. And I'm pretty sure you and I would fucking murder it on a TV show. You would say something sarcastic and you'd be like, wait a minute, people didn't get that. Hold on, guys, what I'm saying here. And I'd be like, just shut your fucking mouth. We gotta work on this. We gotta work on sarcasm. You can either do it with the tone, inflection, the cadence, whatever it is, or you could just go way over the top so people are like, oh, they couldn't mean that. But don't correct yourself in the middle of your show. Oh, it's so boring. So Yeast, is Yeast still here? Yeast, do you understand what I'm saying now? Like, I would never dare poo-poo on her journalism isms. I wouldn't say she's a bad journalist. I think this is stellar work, you know? She uncovered this? Whatever, I was saying it yesterday. She uncovered it. Okay, I said it yesterday. I said it before you did. I got to it first. I broke the news. She probably was like, there's got to be some proof somewhere.
A crypto company. Why do you think they would do that? Is it because they really find this crypto company valuable, or is it because they want to have influence over the Trump White House?
I know, but that's like just, you know, what everybody can see. I'm saying be creative. Maybe they're planning some kind of Epstein Island 2, you know? And the UAE is in on it. They're like, listen, man, we could build an island in the Gulf. We could do that if you need us to. Stop trying to shop the Mediterranean for your islands. You know, tell your daughter she doesn't need to buy that. We can just build one. We have slave labor. We can just do this, man. Maybe that's what it is, Anna. We don't know. So let's have some fun. Let's theorize. Isn't that what this is? Entertainment?
So the crypto figure includes about $580 million.
Not enough, if you ask me. That was pretty cheap. If you know the UAE, I don't really know them, but I know of them. They're like, I heard a guy once say something. That's pretty cheap.
Connected with World Liberty Financial, the company co-founded by members of Trump's family that issues the WLFI governance token and USD1 stablecoin,
which are all probably worth nothing.
World Liberty launched USD1 in March of 2025.
Huh. Right after they made it legal. So is Yeast still here? I hope Yeast really didn't be like, you're all wrong about Anna, and then left. I really hope. Oh, there you are. Can't believe you never heard of I've heard of the Young Turks. You'd like Anna if you knew her. Well, I don't have time to get to know people, you know? She's a fierce fighter. Thank you for the super chat, Yeast. I'm glad you're here. But really, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not critiquing any of her work. Listen, sides become very finicky when you have a tyrant in charge. So history will reshape what you think of people on what side. So, you know, if she's talking out about this, which I was doing yesterday, awesome. You know? But if you think I'm going to spend some time watching a lady who can't even be sarcastic without explaining it after, holy shit, dude, you got another thing coming. I don't have time for that. Life moves quick. And if Anna can't pick up on sarcasm and just move on, dude, I ain't got time. I would have to watch this in like triple speed, you know? Like, I'm sorry. I just can't. I just couldn't. But I think it's great. I really, like, Anna, you're doing superb work. Like, you need that from me. I don't know. Superb work, Anna. My stamp of approval. Hey, God bless you. Or whatever you worship, bless you. I don't know. You know, but I'm not critiquing any of her journalistic capabilities or nothing like that. I'm just really, like, turned off by her being sarcastic and then being like, if you don't understand, I don't like this. It's like, I'm pretty sure that's why you're reporting on it and Fox News isn't. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see Fox News covering this shit. I'm pretty sure they're for it. And anybody who's talking about it would be against it. You're not bringing this dirt to the light of day to be like, and now that we've found out who is bribing the president, I just say I'd condone this. And I look forward to the next president being bribed by some other monarch in the Gulf states. This is a proud time for America. You know what I mean? Like, people that are covering this, nobody's for it. Nobody. You can't cover this and be like, oh yeah, that totally seems normal. Just the monarch in the Middle East donating half a cool bill to the president's stable of coins or whatever. Be awesome. Great. Don't think they'll get influence in any way, shape, or form. He probably knows nothing about it, What's up, Steffelson? And listen, we got to get into this. We have to. Guys, we're going to have to talk about the president. I hate to say this because I know what I just said, okay? I'm going to break my own laws. If you're reporting on it, you must not approve of it. But this is one time I kind of do approve of stolen valor. Medical stolen valor. Because if he can get away with it, I know some people that would like to sell some colloidal silver to some MAGAs in Oklahoma. They're so fucking dumb. So we're gonna get to this and how this was just another manipulation of the stock market, and I'll show you that shit. But first, butthole first, is what they would say on Epstein Island. Sorry, something in my throat. Oh my god. Let's check in at the Great American State Fair. Still tickets available, folks. And Lee Greenwood, you know him from that one song. Does he have more than one song? I don't even think he wrote God Bless the USA, quit. He was like, I retire. He's saying something that listen, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I try to teach you all the time what Lee Greenwood is preaching to the Fox News, probably in some hospital bed audience viewer. Listen to what Lee Greenwood says. And I promise you, we're going to get into Donald Trump's stolen medical valor. I promise you I'm going to play that video for you. I'm not leaving here without doing that. That shit's hilarious.
Citizens, of course, after 2001, you remember New York, where I was at...
That is so clutch. For anybody trying to, trigger you into buying something for America, they're like, hey, man, you remember, never forget 9/11? Osama bin Laden. Are you not going to support me right now? What the fuck is wrong with you? Charlie Kelly, how are you? It's good to see you. Thank you for the $10 super chat. My favorite 4th of July speech from Frederick Douglass. What to a slave is the 4th of July. I love that one. I got that in a book. I would love that hanging on my wall. That's the kind of merch I would sell, which I don't even know if you can. I don't want to sell that on Frederick Douglass's people, But that is, if you've never read that, read that. That is, what to the slave is the 4th of July. That's a hard-hitting speech. And now, Lee Greenwood. In very Charlie Kelly thematics. We'll cut to Lee Greenwood.
Yankee Stadium 2 different times to honor the firemen, and then
Oh, really? Is that what you did? Did you go to Yankee Stadium to honor the firemen? Fuck you, my family was in that, bitch. Fuck you. What are you trying to do? What is he, victim maxing right here? He's like, listen, I've honored all the people. I went to Yankee Stadium to honor them. What do you want from me? Now buy my shit. It's like, dude, you are... Lee Greenwood, everybody.
For 2001, you remember New York, where I was at Yankee Stadium 2 different times to honor the firemen, and then for the 4th game of the World Series, where I honored red, white, and blue. And I think it's important that we all support America.
Why would you honor red, white, and blue? Just random color. What the fuck did that look like, He's like, and today we're just going to honor a few colors. If I could have a moment of silence, please. Dear God, I'd like to thank you for the color blue of the sky and the reflecting pool. What are you talking about? You just honored colors?
Speaking of supporting...
Was it for the French? I got a feeling he was doing it for the French. The red, white, and blue flag. I think I've solved this mystery Scrappy Doo.
America. I have to mention my friends at Bass Pro.
Oh! All right, now that I've done told you how American I am, I'd just like to say that this American Me segment is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Please go and shop there. Everything that you buy today supports Lee Greenwood's fucking corduroy suit or whatever he's wearing.
Support America. Speaking of supporting America, I have to mention my friends at Bass Pro that are actually presenting an Allied flag on presentation with a special box that has God Bless USA written on the side of the flag. You need to go to get one of your flags. And I mentioned my friend Dale Strong today from Alabama, who made an announcement that...
Who? Dale Strong from Alabama? Made up name. There's no Dale Strong in Alabama. I'm calling him right now. I'm sorry to do this. There isn't a Dale Strong. I know a Dale Weekman. I know a Dale Huff and Puff. I even know a Dale Strongerman. But there's no Dale Strong in Alabama. I'm sorry, Lee.
Everyone should have a United States flag in their yard. We do.
Yeah, I remember 9/11 when we did that. I remember, Lee. I was there.
And we also have a Tennessee flag, by the way, because we live in Tennessee. But if you can put a flagpole up, fly one somewhere. I know my son Parker has one. I gave him one. And
I used to do that until I seen the president groping all the flags, and then I had to get rid of it. And I was like, I'm not having that pervert, that guy from the Epstein Files, come over and grope my flag. Hell no. What do you think of that, Lee?
my son Dalton has one in Michigan. So
my other thing is if you live in Tennessee, I would be very careful. There was a guy named Bobby Ritchie. He goes by the alias Kid Rock, and I heard he turns American flags into bedazzled suits. So just be careful, Lee. There's criminals out there.
Get a United States flag from Allied Flag, available at Bass Pro. You bet.
This whole thing was a commercial. This is what I tell you. This is what America is. Donald Trump literally did this with the presidency. He's like, and the presidency is brought to you by USD1 stablecoin and UFC fights. Fucking supported both. I get a cut. Who cares? You know? And people are just like, please, can we have the housing bill so private equity will stop buying all the homes in my neighborhood? And he's like, shut your mouth. Have you bought the Trump meme coin, you dummies? And they're like, sir, we spent all our money on it. That's why we can't have a house anymore. Speaking, who brought up JD Vance? Somebody. Anna telling somebody that person has TDS? Anna how do you pronounce that name? I know I've heard that name on, is it Jank? That's a cool ass name, by the way. I like names like that, where it's like, he spells it with the C, but it's pronounced with like a TJ in the front. Tjank, you know? It sounds like a fucking sound you'd hear at the gym after, you know, two guys working out too hard, clanged weights. Jank, you know? I love that. They defended Trump's BS. Yeah, I don't pay attention to these people. Hassan Piker's uncle is Jank. Is that how you say it? I really don't know. I know I've heard it before. I feel bad because I'm not trying to white it up. Sorry. I'm not trying to white that name up, but I like it, man. I think that's cool as shit. I should spell Rob with like a, I don't know. I should just leave the R off Rob, just OB. And people are like, Ob? And be like, no, it's Rob, man. It's very foreign. And you've heard of that's what I'll do. You've heard of silent letters. Have you not heard of invisible ones? Oh my God, what a fucking moron, you know? He jank his battleship. Yo, does anybody know how to pronounce his name for real? I'm really asking people. I want help. I don't want to mispronounce it. I don't care if he supported Trump at some point. Oh, there we go, Robert. I'm gonna just start spelling my name RB. I'm just gonna start spelling my name RB when they're like, Rub? Be like, no, the O is invisible. Oh, you fucking people. You white people, you mispronounce everything. The O is invisible, you dinks. It's Jank. Jank? Jank? I am pronouncing it right? Look at me, pat on the back. Very good job. I always think it's hilarious when haters watch lives. Red XX Man. Yeah. Welcome, haters. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't care. I've been subscribed since 2015. To me or to Jenk? I paid no attention to these people that are like, centrist liberals. Like, I don't know that they supported Trump, but when people started being like, oh, he supported Trump, it's like, yeah, of course. They're like Joe Rogan to me. They have no fucking actual take on the world. They just like see a satirical skit on TikTok and they're like, oh my God, America's falling apart. And you're like, do you not go outside much? Do you not talk to anybody? Kind of feel bad for you. All that wealth has isolated you up in your ivory tower, my friend. So I don't know. And those I'm going to be very honest with you if you want my take. Yeast is here. Yeast, listen, pardon me for questioning the Peter Thiel connection with the Young Turks, but Google AI debunks it. Where am I to look? I haven't heard that. Peter Thiel is a heavy investor in Spotify, and they did give Joe Rogan that contract, and then Joe Rogan coincidentally just had all of Peter Thiel's friends on, including Peter Thiel himself, and then downplayed all of their ties to the Epstein files. You can look that up. You can just old school Google it, ask Jeeves, whatever you have. I don't care. But I know nothing about Peter Thiel and the Young Turks. I don't know anything about the Young Turds. The Young Turds? What are they? The Young Turks. Turks or turds? Unimportant. Unimportant. I'm an equal offender here. You know how Andrew Schultz has a podcast called Flagrant, and then he just booty sniffed the president for like 2 hours? I'll make fun of any motherfucker. I don't care. And they do it to me in the chat all the time. Hey, if it's funny, it's funny. But I envision when I see a person like Anna, the Witch in the Lion, the Wardrobe, Kasparian, Anna Prince Kasparian, whatever her name is. She looks like a status quoer. That's what I've dubbed these people. They're like, we gotta just fight for what was before. Like, we don't really want to push anything forward. We were just very wealthy when Obama was here. And we're not Donald Trump, so hey, like, that's what they feel like to me. And I'm like, no, 3-day work week, $66 minimum wage, no more crowdfunding for your fucking boo-boos. We'll get rid of all that crowdfunding shit. No more calling Uber when your father has a heart attack. You can just take an ambulance for free. We're going to tax the billionaires out of existence. They're just going to be 999 millionaires now. And who thinks that isn't enough, Come on. 4 weeks guaranteed vacation time, a year paid for by your company. And we're going to reclassify. You know how they classify companies in America with like, if your company has under 500 employees, you're a small business. Bullshit. You know what these companies do? They just incorporate in different states. And they're like, hey, we're under 500 in Alabama. Never mind the national fucking Icelandic address we have to collect all of our money in. They've skirted all the system because they wrote the laws to get around it. I say the way we qualify small business and big business is by revenue. So if you make a shitload of money, you're not a small business. And small businesses are exempt from, I don't know, we'll figure it out. But these people don't, like, if I said that, they would have to be like, hey, get an Uber on the phone, I'm having a heart attack. I'm like, see, that's what I'm trying to fix, man. That's what I'm trying to fix. And I don't like people tepid to basic humanity. That's what that is, just so you know. The reason some people voted for price of egg is because you've been shamed and what's the word? Not humanized, desensitized, not sanitized. I almost called it desanitized. You've been desensitized to your own fucking human worth. So you beg a president to make your life affordable. I beg no one. What I do is I come on here and I tell you there's a better way, and if we stick together, we could get it done. There's only a few billionaires in the world. 3,000. Pretty sure we outnumber them, and that's for you to do what you want in your little brains. I don't give a fuck. But these people are not here to be your friend. They're here to status quo. They're here to say like, hey man, you know, shit's got a little wild. There's like bribery everywhere. We just need a good old Democrat to get things back on the rails. And it's like, fuck you. Hit that like as you would a Twatsy's face. Yeah, hit the like. Hit the like if you're new here. Welcome. All are welcome. The hate watchers, the what's opposite of hate watch? The love watchers. You're all welcome. I don't discriminate. I'm not putting your name on some Palantir list. You know, I ain't doing it. If you show up late, that's fine too. I don't take attendance. If you were worried about that kind of thing. And if you need a doctor's note, ooh, we should get to the doctor. I'm gonna skip JD Vance. JD Vance, I don't even like your mascara today. Fuck you. Yeah, we're gonna skip JD Vance. I'm sorry, JD. What's the news, JD? Couch would let you fucking not wear rubber? Get out of here. We're gonna get right to some stolen medical valor. And what I was saying is because appreciate you, Rob. I appreciate you knowing someone. Dusty. What the Manny just said, mind growing patchy. What are you guys talking about? That's the other thing. If you subscribe to this channel, sometimes the chat just does its own thing. So I'll read something and be like, what the fuck is going on? Mine grows in patchy. And then I gotta scroll back and nice beard, man. I'm jealous. Oh, now I got you. This really isn't a beard. This is what I call stress hair. It's just won't stop growing, man. But God bless you. God bless Manny's patchy beard. May it grow at full girth. I don't know. But what I was saying is if you do hit subscribe, now that the president has done stolen medical valor, I feel a little more confident about something that I've told longtime subscribers before. If you need like a medical note or something, you just let me know. You know, tomorrow you're not feeling like going to work, that's fine. I'll write you a note. I'll sign it. RB, MD. That's a little callback. Who said RB? Robert Wood, I think it was. Yo, I'll sign it RB, MD. Because you see this Donald Trump MD, he didn't go to medical school. He basically fucking failed out of college if it wasn't for his rich dad bribing everybody. But as long as the president's, you know, doing medical stolen valor, I feel more confident about me doing it, you know? So if you need a doctor's note to leave work or school tomorrow, you just let me know. I'll write it. I'll sign it Donald Trump MD. All right, here is the very real AI video, if that makes sense. Like this is his Twitter handle. I saw this today. I got an alert for this and I hit it. Look at this. Look at this, 9:58 a.m. He only had 4 likes by the time I got there and 1 retweet. That's how quick I was. That's how quick I was to this. He only got 4 hearts before I didn't give him the 5th. Because I thought, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, I was like, what are you doing? You're not a doctor. But it was all for stock market scam. You know, stock market scam. He's getting creative. He's like, listen, if I gotta manipulate some stock prices, I'm gonna do it in a new way. And I'll show you what I mean. He has figured out how to time travel, fix those bone spurs so he could be drafted and serve like he pretends he did. Yeah, right. He's like, I'm Dr. Donald Trump, and I approve my bone spurs during all of Vietnam. They disappeared after. That's naturally what bone spurs do, but during Vietnam, just the Vietnam years, they were really finicky. Gee willikers, man. You know? Yeah, wasn't that your dad had a friend who was a doctor who wrote you a bunch of notes to keep you out of Vietnam? Because, sir, hold on. I know this is AI Donald Trump. We gotta get to the real. We gotta get to the real McCoy. Let me show you this. Who doesn't think that guy would have single-handedly went in there like Rambo and just ended Nam, you know? What are you, high? Drop that guy in there. War over. You know, nobody would have had to serve. It would have been him cutting deals left and right, like he's describing in this photo, funny enough. Where he's like, I offered Intel 10%. They took it right away. And I was like, shit, should I have said more? Oh, God, negotiations are hard. All right, let's get to stolen valor. Hold on. Yes. Okay, I read about the connection. The Young Turks plus Polymarket Teal ads true, but it also says the Young Turks are very critical of them also. I'd be neutral about them from now on. I like that. I like that. Using your melon, yeast. I like that. Dr. Bone Spurs. Paging Dr. Bone Spurs. Paging Dr. Bone Spurs. Good to see you, Charlie. Very good to see you. Kamala 2026. What are you, high, dude? My daughter asked me that. She's like, they're saying Kamala's gonna run. I'm like, why? To fucking lose again? Dude, stop. Guys, stop. Let's nominate Charlie Kelly. What's that actor's name? I just think we only should have actor presidents from now on, so at least we know they're just fucking fake puppets. You know, like this guy. You know him from The Apprentice. The guy who's gonna create a bunch of jobs. You know his key, what was it? His signature phrase. You're fired. You know, you're fired from not working anymore. Get over here. You know, like these people are so dumb. All right, here's the audio.
Have you or someone you know been diagnosed with TDS? The symptoms can be relentless. Fortunately, I'm Dr. Trump, and I have a treatment
Bone Spurs. It's Dr. Bone Spurs. They got that wrong.
plan. Let's
Now, oh, by the way, I didn't take pictures of it. He goes to Rosie O'Donnell. I'll tell you who they are. Not the best voices. You know, I don't know if this is Grok AI or Claude or what's he using. Maybe he's got his own AI company. Not the best.
hear what some of my patients have to say.
I have been suffering.
This is Rosie O'Donnell. The reason I'm not showing you pictures is because your mind's going to conjure some AI robot that looks like, you know, Ex Machina or some shit. And you should. Because this is poorly done. If the president's going to make fake AI about TDS to manipulate stocks, I just would have liked a better, you know, like Grok 2.0 or something. You know, this is kind of...
For over a decade. And after listening to Dr. Trump, I can see some results.
Man, I've been suffering for years.
This is John Leguizamo. I think I nailed that. John Leguizamos. Long leguma beans.
I really didn't believe that was help.
Sounds just like Sid from Ice Age, doesn't it? I know I'm not putting the picture up because I want you to just guess who they are, but this is Sid from Ice Age right here.
Out there. That was when I came across this video on TV.
I really thought I was a lost cause. This was going to affect
Whoopi Goldberg, if you couldn't tell.
me for the rest of my life. But after using the treatment plan, I can see a difference.
I really wasn't sure I could help some of these people. They were
Because he can't help himself. Ooh, that would have been good.
so far gone, I wasn't really sure.
I had no idea how much this was affecting my life.
Edward Norton. My compliments to the AI, sir. This is, wow, these deepfake voices are pretty good.
My work is slowed down. I'm hardly recognizable anymore.
Edward Norton? Hardly recognized. Okay.
I just needed help. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep.
This is the only one that's kind of close. Bobby De Niro.
Constantly angry. I made everyone miserable around
Oh, and as soon as I said that, it just sounds like AI again.
me.
I feel like I've aged 20 years in the last 2 years.
Julia Roberts. These voices are so bad.
I've been so concerned. I was really starting to worry about my future.
The treatment is simple. Turn off. Fake news. Say your prayers, and if you ever feel anxious, just have a Diet Coke like me, and you're going to see a remarkable difference in your life.
Oh. I wonder if he bought any stock before he said that. I wonder if before the president did an AI video where he said just have a Diet Coke and a smile, he purchased any stock that we'll find out about next reports, because no one fucking cares and he can just do whatever he wants at this point. This is a joke. We live in a joke country. Not for anybody who has a lot of money. Oh. It's after the AI video. Just like great time to buy. This is blatant market manipulation in your face, which used to be illegal. I don't know. Martha Stewart went to prison for like talking to somebody who talked to somebody who like did something, you know? And here we have the president releasing videos saying, hey, just have a Coke and a smile, and TDS disappears. And Coke's like, boop. Fucking trillions of dollars. I'm sure a lot of people sold at that pinnacle. So how's your day going? I don't know what else to say. I'm like, this is corruption at a level we can't even comprehend. Somebody said he definitely bottomed for Diddy. Yo, he's a power bottom. Let the man be a power bottom in peace, you know? He don't listen to that much Village people and talk about drapes for that long and not be a power bottom. You know, give him the credit. He's not just a bottom. He's a power bottom. And then he has a Coke and smiles. Did anybody check if the gold is still in Fort Knox? Bro, these people ain't leaving nothing for nobody. Are you kidding? Even old fucking, what was his name? Tommy Bahama in Alabama, who's like, I had 40,000, I dumped it all into the Trump meme coin. Lost everything, but I think it's the Democrats. Like, dude, he's robbing everybody. He is robbing everybody. By the way, did you see this news? California is going to ban sell-by food labels to cut confusion and waste. Which this title just alone is kind of confusing, because if you don't read the article and you just go by titles, which I think that's what America does, soon they were just going to whittle away our ability to read titles. You know, just be emojis. I can't wait till the future is just news lines with just like emojis. Like, you know, eggplant, red X. And you're like, ooh, wish we could still read. I don't know what that means. But this is a confusing title because the sell-by date is not best by, not best if used by. So those are still appropriate because you don't want to get some milk and have it smell funky, okay? So the best if used by dates are what they're going to. The sell-by dates are what people throw things away early, prematurely for. So I just want to point that out. I just wanted to do a little journalism. Is that what they call it? Journalism? Pretty sure I got that right. Oh, Michael Knight's in here saying we broke God's laws, but Jesus Christ paid our fine. And Michael, don't forget, if it's a fine, it's only a crime for the poor, which Jesus would have been against, you know. But fines are only crimes for the poor. Look at Jeff Bezos' house in the bushes that are, 2 miles high. And he's just like, I just pay the fines every month. I have infinite money. I don't give a fuck. Jeeper, I love weed. Good for you. It's a medicine. Smoke Blondie, I love weed too. All right, sound off in the chat if you love cannabis. God bless you. Flying cars, 240. Okay. Can't even get a goddamn hoverboard, which is easy. It's just a skateboard with 2 high-powered drones underneath. How has nobody done this yet? I'm so mad. I've been saying this for years. I love speed. I'm hoping you're talking about the movie. Okay, hold on. What was this? Oh, yeah. Oh, if we're going to talk about corruption, we should talk about the president.
Trump back in Washington this morning after his first flight on board the new Air Force One, the luxury Boeing 747 gifted by the government of Qatar.
Nobody's ever seen anything like it.
Getting the new red, white, and darker blue presidential plane ready required retrofitting it for security reasons. The Air Force Secretary previously telling lawmakers those upgrades would cost less than
Wait a minute, that's not the video I was trying to watch. You bunch of jerks, you tricked me into watching a different video. Oh my God. How dare ye? Anyways, whoops. This was the story I was trying to play. I just let the thing play. Sorry. Donald Trump made 327 stock trades before the tariff pause. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. He was just like, ooh, gotta get them all in. For the imaginary pause I haven't announced yet, gotta get them all in. It's like Pokemon, If you've ever played Pokemon, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Like, I got to do all the stock trades, and then, like, I get a Pikachu, Squirtle, something. I'm pretty sure that's all it is. That's what they'll plead in court to his criminal lawyer, who will not prosecute him. Everything's going fine in America. Everything's going very swell. I mean, we got a doctor as president. He should have at least made himself a little more handsome, you know? Look at that. He's got like a butthole for a mouth. Gross. Imagine all the kids he's kissed with that. Ew. Gross. Epstein joke. All right, I guess we have... Oh, I didn't play Fox News for you. Oh, I should have started with that. Oh. Well, Fox News is even like, this one's tough to break to the American people. Look at all these shills. Look at them all. Oh, there's Ryan Seacrest or Ryan Oceancrest. I don't know. What is Fox doing? Do they think they need like one of every white shade? You know? And then how did that black guy sneak in? Come on, man. This is Fox News. You know? Okay, let's listen to some Fox Business.
Right to you, Cheryl. We came in.
All right, to you, Cheryl. This is like a Saturday Night Live skit with the way these people speak. All right, to you, Cheryl.
All right, we got the number. Cheryl Cashoni on it. Right
Oh my God, we got the numbers. Cheryl, right to you.
to you, Cheryl. We came in underneath expectations.
And then this lady, listen, who's listening to who the fuck, whose ears can take this? Seriously, I don't even give a shit about the quality of their content or the content of the character at this point. Just my ears. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta take a little break. Right there, Cheryl. Oh my God, we've got something for you. It's like, listen to the Stephen Miller AI. Good God, listen to this shit.
All right, we got the number. Cheryl Cashoni on it. Right to you, Cheryl. We came in underneath expectations. We came into 50,000 non-farm jobs. The street was looking for 110,000. The unemployment...
When they say the street, that's Wall Street, because, you know, everything needs to be run by Vanguard and BlackRock.
Unemployment rate fell to 4.2.
Why do they all sound like Stephen Miller? And the fell. She's really letting those final consonants fucking hang in the air. I think I could feel them. Oh my God, listen to this lady. You're never, hey MAGA, you're never going to be able to watch Fox Business again the same. You're going to be like, woof. That lady's really letting those final consonants hang out in the open for a second before she takes her next word.
Jobs. The street was looking for 110,000. The unemployment rate fell to...
Did you hear that? Fell. That was like echolocation. Fell. Or bounce off something. She's like, okay, I can say my next word.
4.2%, down from 4.3%, which it had been holding steady at for about 3 months. Looking at...
About 3 months. Did you hear that? Oh my God, this is fucking awesome. I might watch Fox Business, man. If this is how they do it, you gotta be kidding. This sounds like South Park at this point. Is that your real voice, lady? Come on. There's no way that, you know, some guy you have to pay to fucking hear you do that in the middle of the night.
For about 3 months. Looking
for about 3 months. Oh, Jesus. Oh. I never thought I'd be jealous of the deaf, but holy shit.
At a few of the numbers just to give you a sense here. Again, that 50...
It sounds like she's plugging her nose. Maybe this is like a nose job gone bad. Because she's definitely, this bitch is plastic as fuck. Listen, kids. Listen, kids. This is the lady who's talking. And if you want to sound like this, get a nose job, alright? You ain't gonna sound like the hee-hee man. You ain't gonna be singing fucking high octaves like Michael Jackson. You're gonna sound like this bitch.
57,000 numbers for non-farm. Average hourly earnings up 3.5% year over year. June government jobs coming in at 8,000. Remember, we don't get an estimate from that going.
I feel like I can smell her breath. It's like one of those voices where you're like, oh my God, please close your mouth. Can you speak through your nose? Oh my God. I'm sorry. I do mean to be that mean, but I feel like the way she's talking, I can smell her breath.
Going into this report.
Oh, even the mic. Did you hear the mic? The mic is like, oh, good God, lady. Pass it. Throw it back to the desk.
Again, those factory jobs, manufacturing jobs, 3,000. And then looking back at a couple of other things here, the underemployment rate, the U6 rate, 7.9.
They have an underemployment rate now? Oh my Jesus. We're so fucked as a country. You're not measuring underemployment, are you? Oh my God, we're so fucked. We're so fucked. We're so fucked. If you're new to America, underemployment is a term after the 2008 crash where Wall Street got bailed out from themselves. Like, we used all our tax money to make sure Wall Street and the banks just kept having infinite money. But like during that time, like a lot of people lost their homes, job, like shit just went wild, right? And they created this term called underemployed. So people start using it. Be like, oh, I'm just underemployed right now. No, you're going to die underemployed. The economy is not bouncing back. Like, this, we're not bouncing back. All those homes are going to private equity, and you will rent for the rest of your life. That's where we're at now. But that was a term that they made up so people didn't feel so bad.
Percent, and then we're also looking at let's see here, payrolls. Yeah, payroll revisions. I got to give you this revision.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I can't do that. I just can't do this. That is painful. Who the fuck watches that? Who watches that? Yuck. 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 Hold on one second. New phone, who dis? Smelly through the screen. This dude on here lying. Use ChatGPT. You know, you're one of the ones that should. You just type that in and ChatGPT will probably be able to figure it out for you. Anyways. Quite a few people in the chat. I appreciate you. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Much love to everybody who has thrown some money in support. And for the people hate watching, I appreciate you. I know you got nowhere to go, but I love that you're here hate watching. You do it all day long. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna stop me. You ever seen a dude playing basketball and somebody from the crowd yells like, "Oh, you suck," and the guy was like, "I quit. Why did I even come to the NBA? Why am I doing this? I don't love basketball. I want to go sew." You know, like, okay, guys, I'll give you my speech. If you really believe in what, I don't know, sniffing Trump's panties, go do your own live stream and you know, be like, "Hey, listen, Fox News is wrong here. This is awesome for us, man. A lot of underemployed people. This is good looking for the future." You know, like, you're on YouTube. Go do your own live stream. Tag me in it. You know, I'm sure I won't stop by, but this is exhausting. There's people that, you know, really don't like what the fuck's going on and just want to make fun of a guy who said this.
And had a conversation with Theodore Roosevelt.
Really? Did you have a conversation with Theodore Roosevelt, or were you being adorable because it was a projection screen? I don't know. Call me crazy. I'm not the one saying I had a whole conversation with Theodore Roosevelt. Oh, by the way, I want to play this for you. Trump criticizing other people for, what's that, profiting off the presidency? Is that what he's doing now? Yeah.
Hillary Clinton has perfected the politics of personal profit. As vice president, Joe Biden flew his son Hunter around the world on Air Force Two, sucking up money.
We got a fucking Air Force 2? I thought we had Air Force 1, Marine 1. Do we have... Hold on. Hey, MAGAT, check this out. You could do this too. Air Force 2. Air Force 2 is the official call sign for the aircraft carrying the vice president. Hey, there you go. You learn something new every day. All right. Back to old man yells at clouds.
Money like a vacuum cleaner.
For years, Trump and his family have slammed Hunter Biden, claiming he profited from his father's position. Now, Trump's family seems to be doing just that. Take, for example, Eric and Don Jr. So you see them standing right there.
Yeah, I remember this. Here, I'll show you what she's showing you. This is adorable. Look at him standing in the background. They're like, is Dad done yet? And then Eric at some point started taking pictures of his dad. I was like, that's fucking sad, man.
I'm the president. This was before boarding the new Air Force One. According to the New York Times, they now stand to profit from a $1 billion mining deal between Trump and Kazakhstan, the very same people who were calling out Hunter Biden.
Now that's some reporting. You got a plastic face too. You should just go all natural. I wish these people would just be natural, man. That's what we need. This is what the people need to see, you know? Right now you're kind of easing us into this AI age. I don't like it. Yeah, Marine One is the Hucka Pucka, the helicopter. Oh, Ashley's back. What's up, Ashley? No, I did not see any weird comments. I'm glad I didn't. Yuck. I don't want to see. I don't want to see. But yeah, isn't that funny? You know? How these people will chant lock her up for some fucking emails, and this guy's like cutting back deals with his kids at Kazakhstan, doing Trump meme coins and stuff. This is why I say you just got to make fun of it. You can't address these people in real, you know, like in reality. Like, these people don't care. These people are morons, you know, thick-skulled. God made them to just go to work, come home, invest in Trump meme coins, go back to work, come home, invest in more Trump meme coins. You know, that's it. That's it. It's a simple life for these folks. Huh. All right, folks. Do I have more news? Do I have more news? Oh, you know what? I will play the JD Vance thing. This is because this is, again, hilarious. It's very hilarious when these people go on. Is that Ball? Who is that? I don't know. Thank you for the star. Appreciate that, Manny. Who is that? That's Demon Spawn. Is this Ex Machina? I forget her name. Is that Hulk Hogan's daughter? Is that Hulk Hogan? Like now? I don't know who this is. There's gotta be. So, you know what? It's really unimportant. All right, here's your vice president. Look at the mascara he's got on today. Shoddy job.
Into that direction from the Democrat Party. Frankly, Laura, I would love it if Democrats were willing, you know, not that they are going to agree with Republicans all the time, but if they were willing to work with us on lowering housing prices.
The only person stopping the housing bill right now is Donald Trump. This is adorable. And this is why I say, if you see Vance on Dem Socialists, these people are terrified of the Democratic Socialists. So call yours in your neck of the woods or start one and just get behind them. Just get behind them to scare this couch fucking scare-wearing little lady man. Just do it to scare him, you know? He ain't coming on here using the term communism because he's not afraid, you know? Like, think about it. If you're not scared of something, you're not like, man, you know, that movie Child's Play back in the 80s, that was not a scary movie. No dolls can come alive. If you just said that out, you know what I mean? If you like went on TV, you went on this broad show and you're like, listen, let's just be clear about something. Child's Play and Chucky are not a scary movie. Everybody be like, oh, you're terrified of that shit, huh? And you're like, no, I just came on to bring up that lovely movie that does not scare anybody because it's a doll who can not come to life. That was a movie, not real. And everybody would be like, okay, very weird. Like, what do you think this is? You know, I want people to be very clear. Like, why do you think they're like, the democratic socialism, this is communism, oh my God. Like, dude, they're terrified. They saw Mandami turn stuff around, not take $1 billion from the fucking UAE, not run a stable coin and a meme coin and start a war and he used their tax dollars to improve their lives, and they were like, oh shit, yeah, let's keep doing that. Let's keep doing that one. It's so crazy, man, that people don't just intuitively see this and be like, oh, tell us what you're scared of. Is that what this segment's called? Is this segment called Tell Us What You Fear the Most? That's all I see. He can ramble on about whatever he wants, but you ain't putting that fucking bottom Chiron on the screen without telling me that you're scared as hell. It's like coming on here and being like, listen, everybody's saying that the back rooms is a real place, and it is not. It is a movie. Okay, what would you like to talk about? You know, you're like, wait, are you scared someone's trying to trick you into the back rooms? What the fuck are you talking about?
On lowering gas prices, on actually making the lives of American citizens.
This is what I mean. This is so adorable. On lowering gas prices, bro, you went to war to raise the gas prices.
Better, you know, we could have some real bipartisan compromise. That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about abolishing the police and letting criminals rule our cities. That is a fundamental
fear-mongering tactic. Is that what he's about to say? That is a fundamental fear-mongering tactic we've been doing here at Fox News for decades. There's going to be no police, and then they're going to eat your cats.
Transformation of the Democrat Party. It's very bad for our country. It's bad for Democrats. And it just drives home why we have to keep these people from getting close to power.
Well, he didn't even mention the Democratic Socialists, so that's not what you were on for, buddy. Nobody likes the Democrats. Not even the Democrats. Thought he was going to talk about the Democratic Socialists, which is on the lower Chiron. Is that what it's called? Turns out he's a moron. Well, you know. Birds of a feather. The one woman cooled down in the baptized pool. No way. Yeah, they had a baptized pool. Hold on. Oh shit, we haven't checked in. Let's check in. Still some tickets available. That's what Fox News should be saying. There's still tickets available. That's what they should be doing. That'd be fucking hilarious. All right, guys. I think that was all the news for today. But, I bought 10,000 tickets. Listen, if I had an infinite money glitch, I would have bought all the tickets. And then just let it sit like that. And we're going live down to, still tickets available, folks. Oh, it's sold out. What the fuck is going on? You know, I would just do it to do that. The Destroying America Fest, exactly. Yeah, I seen that the stage was trying to collapse. It's just, I seen some other person talking at an event. There was like 3 people, and one of them was the camera guy. I'm like, this is so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Oh man, you can get baptized at the fair under American flag, just like Jesus. That's what you should have said. Just like Jesus. You know, that's what that's what that whole thing should have been. Get baptized like Jesus in an above ground pool under the American flag, just like Jesus would have wanted, you know? Oh my God. By a guy who made the table named Jesus. It's so funny. There's nothing else. It's just funny. They just use the fair as the last chance to launder money they stole from taxpayers. Well, Laura sees, if you actually want to read about it. So what happened was the Smithsonian, there's a great article about the Smithsonian, you know, the museum, and they do some cool documentaries. They were actually going to throw a big America 250 party, and they had huge headliners and all this stuff. And then Donald Trump came out and defunded the whole thing. And he was like, no, you don't. We're throwing the Trump cookout, you know, which nobody wants to go to. You know, what are you grilling up? McDonald's? Like, get the fuck out of here. So the Smithsonian actually had this party planned, and then Donald Trump came in and co-opted it. And now we have this. So you can read about it. What could have been and what is. That's why I say, you know, just have fun with it, folks. What are you going to do, you know? At some point, we're all going to get hit by a bus or be the final passenger. What was that? Final Passenger 57? Remember that movie? Final Destination 57. Wesley Snipes and all those kids, they had to get off the plane. Maybe I'm confusing 2 great movies. together, because Passenger 57 was awesome, Wesley Snipes. And then Final Destination. We're all going to be Final Destination out of here at some point, you know? That's just the hard, cold truth, folks. So have a couple laughs. Like the great Van Wilder once said, don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out alive. And I think he stole that from Bugs Bunny. Ryan Reynolds. Eat bread when no more bread. A revolution. What's up, Cameron? How are you? Pick and Grin, what's up? Kiss My Pensick, what's up? How are you guys? How's everybody doing? All right, I'll let us do a what do you guys want to talk about for a quick moment. What do you guys want to talk about? So if I don't take life too seriously, is it possible to get out alive? Ooh, that is a good question. I will get back to you. That is a very good question. We're going to have to think about that. We're going to have to see what Aristotle thought. Another Red Sox fan. Let's go. No one gets out alive. Okay. But in the day and age of alternative truths, I would just like to hear Alex Jones on the topic. Judge me if you'd like, but I'd like to I'd like to hear Alex Jones. And that Anna Kasparian, the line, The Witch in the Wardrobe, is how you do sarcasm. Okay, sweetheart? That's how you fucking do it. You deadpan look at your loved ones and you say, before you tell me no one gets out of life alive, I'd like to see what Alex Jones has to say. And then you walk the fuck out. And people go, is he nuts? You just let him. Have a great day, Rob. Thank you for your service. It's been an honor serving with you. If any of you served in the drug war, the great drug war of the 90s. Those aren't raisins. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to know what you're talking about, Charlie. I really don't. No, you can definitely live at the minimum effort. I consider it the roach lifestyle. Oh, that's not a nice name for it. Much love. You're one of my favorites. Ooh, thank you, Gazamaze. Tell everybody else that too, please. You know, we need to get this channel bigger. So that way, when I make jokes about Anna Kasparian, the line, The Witch in the Wardrobe, or however you pronounce her name, she seriously considers a duo cop YouTube show with me, where we go and zip tie these criminals. You know, we gotta get cracking on this, folks. So hit subscribe, hit the notification, but set them to all. If you don't set them to all, you're just gonna miss out. And today we had to catch up on yesterday's saga, which Donald Trump was saying, I spoke to Teddy Roosevelt, and then I found out he spoke to an AI Teddy Roosevelt and thought the shit was real. Oh, he is an adorable dummy. What's up, Sim Racing? Good to see you. Jim Morrison, no one gets out alive. Okay. I see you're citing the greats. Okay, well, you know what? I guess you're right then. I'm not going to argue it. The great Jim Morrison, the Lizard King. Go listen to Great Crystal Ship. Okay, Yeast, listen, don't take anything Alex Jones says here. Don't make me Anna Kasparian right now. But I was joking. Nobody should listen to Alex Jones. Unless you want to figure out how all those frogs are turning gay. Again, that was a joke. I don't want to have to do this. You're turning my show into the Young Turks. You know that? Hey, Rob, I'm glad I found your channel. Again, how goes it? Oh, what's up? That's Leona. What's up, Leona? Love that name. Absolutely adore that name. Leona. Leona. Good to see you again. And if you just found my channel, that means you didn't hit subscribe or you didn't hit the notifications. So don't make me pronounce your name incorrectly. I will. World Trade 7 is a real thing, Rob. Yeah, I'm not doubting that it's real. What I'm saying is, like, I don't fucking care what Alex Jones says. That dude harassed mourning parents. There's just here's the thing. I think you guys are young. When you get older, you start to realize what your true values are in life, and your values are not your goals. They're not your destination. A value can't be like, I want to be a parent. I value being a parent. That's not it. Your values are your fucking compass to your goals. So if you want to be a parent, well, you want to be like a good, loving parent. Those would be your values. And at a certain point in life, you realize, I don't give a shit what Alex Jones says. He fucking bullied mourning parents. And you just draw, it's like the Epstein thing. You draw a hard line in the sand and you're like, fuck those motherfuckers. You could be right fucking twice a day. I still ain't calling you a broken clock. You're a scumbag and that's where you reside, you know? But it's okay, you're young. You know, you'll find this out. You'll find this out. I had to live a long-ass life to get that knowledge. And I'm sharing it with you for free. Not what he says now. I'm talking about what he used to say decades ago. Oh, I know. Listen, Yeast, Sim, I understand. I totally understand. But what I'm saying is he's been a douchebag for decades. And we'll agree to disagree. See, that's how you do it, folks. I'm just going to agree. I don't care how right he was about Tower 7 or any of that shit. I don't care. You know what I mean? There is precedent set with who he is as a human. All right, I won't make any more Alex Jones shit. No, that's not true. I'm not going to censor my stuff because people, you guys are making me have a philosophical fucking Theo Vaughn breakdown right now. Is this what you wanted? Wait, Alex got beat up and had TBI? Chef's kiss. This is too good. Did he? Oh man, is that on video? Can I watch that on my couch yelling World Star? Fuck, man. Not enough people yell World Star anymore. I just want to bring that back. I might do that on the 4th of July. Let's go out there and yell World Star. Yeah, I agree. Not saying I agree with him, but he was telling a lot of truth back in the day. See, even that statement is sketchy as fuck. You mentioned one thing, Tower 7. You're like, he was telling a lot of truth back in the day. No, he wasn't. This is how the liars integrate, okay? This is how they normalize you into feeling like, hey, man, if he was right about that, how wrong could he be about gay frogs? This is how they do it, okay? They take one little shred of honesty and they whip it down. And then they weave in all this bullshit all around it. Like it was goddamn fucking Patrick Swayze and that broad doing Ghost, you know, into the clay. They're weaving it all. And they make you think, this is how like Nick Fuentes, Charlie Kirk, they all snuck under the radar, people, because the people aren't fucking hearing what these people are saying. And that's what I'm trying to teach you when you listen to these people. It doesn't matter if you had a shred of truth. If it's filled with a bunch of bullshit, you know, it's not good for you. It's like going to McDonald's and being like, hey man, it's potatoes. Potatoes are good for you. It's like, dude, not those potatoes. You know what I mean? Yeah, kernel of truth. That's what they do. A kernel of truth in the fucking log of shit. That's what it is. Thank you, Manny. Thank you. It's a corn kernel of truth. He's asking you to reach into the toilet after he just came out, after being constipated after Thanksgiving. And he's like, see, there's a kernel of truth. Why don't you go pick it out for me? That's what he thinks of you, these people. You know? And then hook, yeah, Cameron. And then hook to the conspiracy. That's what they do, man. Alex Jones got involved in a police conspiracy, which led him to be threatened by police and ended up his head curb stomped. Oh, man, really? Don't make me fucking cheer on some cops. God damn, Cameron. Don't make me yell World Star for police beating up Alex Jones. I didn't know that. Knowing fallacies is the second step to a strong internal VS meter. Well, this is the thing, man. This is the... Oh, thank you for the sparkles, Alma. Good to see you still here. Look at you staying strong. A couple 100 minutes into the live. God bless you. That was you. Whoever wants to claim it. All right, so if there's nothing else you guys don't want to talk about, I think we'll... Wait, is today Thursday? It is. Damn. I never mentioned Jones. I mentioned Building 7, bro. Yes, Sim, I'm not... No. Hold on. Everybody's got it. Everybody take a deep breath. Everybody relax. I'm not thinking nothing about nobody, okay? I really want you to understand that. In this day of algorithms and feeds, you're going to be exposed to so much. My hope for you is that you have the discernment to see the liars don't come at you with lies. They bring a kernel of truth. That's what hooks you, you know? That's the danger, man. The dangerous person isn't somebody who's like totally off the wall, like just saying the craziest shit. That doesn't get the attention. The hook is in a little bit of truth and then a whole bunch of bullshit after. And usually they're selling vitamins. That's the other identifier in this day and age. Like if they're selling you vitamins, Jesus Christ, stay away from them. You know, especially if you know anything about the unregulated vitamin market. I'm sure it's gotten worse over Trump, but that's like a telltale sign. Like if they have vitamins for sale, just but I want people to understand that because you know I've talked to some young heads before. Wait, Sim Racing, dude, I'm 52. Oh shit, I'm sorry. I lived through the whole internet. Oh, my bad. Shit, I'm talking to an elder. I don't know how to address an elder. I guess I tip my hat. My apologies. I guess the age doesn't matter here. It's just, I just want people to understand that. That's all. That's all. I mean nothing but love by it. Everything I bring you is love. That's it. I radiate love from my solar plexus, from my chi, We dislike vitamin sellers. Oh, we do. Listen, you're trying to tell me about some fucking alpha brain that I need for memory while you can't remember where you were, while Charlie Kirk got. I'm all set with those vitamins. Maybe you keep taking them. Alex Jones, 61. Any age can be controlled. Joe Rogan, 105. Any age can be controlled. I don't know how old he is. I just know he's like 4'0". Ferna, you're saying a lot of truth. The only thing is 99% of the people don't want to hear it because they like it the way it is. That's called the comfort zone. People love the comfort zone. We're creatures of habit. But that's why I also tell my mods, do not kick out any of the MAGA. They need to hear it more. Nurse Rod. Is Nurse Rod here? Toe Rogan. He is a useful idiot. He's compromised. Okay, guys. Much love, much respect. Thank you guys for staying till the end. I appreciate spending some time with you at the end. Make sure, Leona, hit subscribe. Hit the notification bell to all so you don't miss out. Because who knows what the fuck I'm going to follow up on tomorrow. At this point, this is just like a big soap opera that we're all enjoying from the sidelines while not being able to afford gas, food, and rent. And I'm for you having a house, food, and a way to get places. I'm for that. I know that's radical. It's so radical. That's how you do sarcasm, Anna Kasparian. That's how you do it. You can even do facial expressions to let people know. It's such a radical thing to think Americans should have food and housing. Oh, radicals. Oh, what's up, Nurse Rod? You got here just in time for this shit to end. Down with King George III. Yeah, fuck him. We don't bend the knee here. Charlie Kelly, good to see you. Ferna, Sarion, Thorn. I didn't even say hi to Thorn. Emma. My dad left? What? I'm so sorry. Did he say he was going out for cigarettes? Because I don't think he's coming back. And I don't mean to joke about that. That's a horrible thing. My God. I don't know what that comment means. I do not know how to react to that. I just don't. I'm going to be very honest because I don't want to make a joke about it, but my heart's with you if it's hurting you, okay? I understand suffering and I don't want people to... Life is about suffering, but I think we should be able to mitigate some of the suffering. Leona's still here. All right, Leona, make sure you hit subscribe. Shy Pixie, good to see you. Monsieur, love that. All right, guys, peace. Now I just kind of want to see the comments. I'm sorry. I just kind of want to see what you guys are saying.